Hi everybody. So this is actually a video I'm making while I'm driving. So please bear with me. I have tried this a bunch of times now, and the phone's just not staying up on my dashboard. So just bear with me. I'm just holding this while I drive. This video is not for the Ashland's Escapades playlist. It is not for the Reborns or, realistic doll videos. So you might want to know that. And the visuals on it might be kind of shaky because I'm literally holding the phone right now because I got tired of taking it off the dashboard. So I'm going to try to keep it as still as I can while I'm driving. So, I'm asking you to bear with me because I do want safety to come first. So I just got back from the Salvation Army, and I got a whole bunch of new clothes for Ashlyn and Kelsey, her sister, who's supposed to be coming but has not come yet. Starting to get on my nerves a little bit because I've been waiting a while. It's almost a month now, and I did not order her from a sculptor. This is from a manufacturing company, so I don't understand why it's taking so long, but it is, and whatever. I guess that's kind of a rant for that that section of my videos. But right now what I want to talk about is something that I've really been thinking about over the past few days, and I hadn't been feeling too well myself, and started to think about all the videos that people are making on YouTube that are really a sob story, a very sad backstory to their life. And I'm not saying that these people, don't have anything to complain about or their life was a piece of cake or anything like that, because I know it wasn't. Obviously, life, deals out some pretty nasty blows to people sometimes. And I'm definitely not one to just say, get over it and don't make a big deal out of things that really do put a scar on your heart. So please keep that in mind while I'm making this video, because I don't want to be out there trivializing people's problems when I understand that sometimes people really do have issues. So I just wanted to say that beforehand. But the thing that bothers me is that it's become such a popular thing to have these tragic backstories that you are going to divulge to your audience. And, maybe it does help people to grow by being able to tell their stories. And maybe it does help you to get over the things that are bothering you when you talk about it and let people know that they're not alone. I do understand that. But I think my main thing is why this has become a trend. I want to know, why do people want to get on YouTube and, tell about their worst stories and their worst things of their life as though it's going to make them popular or something? Everybody in their life has had times that are rough, has had times where things are not going their way and life has just basically screwed you over. But I think the important thing is when you look back on your life, to be able to think about the good times. If I was to tell you my backstory, I would tell you about my childhood. And I think I had a really good childhood. Was it perfect? No. Is anybody's childhood perfect? No. I grew up as an only child. I had both my mom and my dad, which I'm really discovering now how lucky that is, because a lot of people don't grow up with both parents. And again, I understand that situations do happen, but I was lucky enough that I was able to grow up with a mom and a dad that were still together and who raised me as a team. And already right there, I know a lot of people can't say that. But I grew up with that. I grew up with my mother's parents, who would babysit me all the time and loved me so much they would tell me I had two different houses. They would tell me I had two homes, their home and my house that I lived in. So, yeah, that's what I try to focus on when I think about my life. Now, are there sad times that I could focus on? Oh, yes. I've had learning disabilities that had made my school years very, very hard for me and made doing math very, very hard. And I struggled and I had a lot of depression myself. And to be perfectly honest, I still do. When I was a kid, I had a lot of trouble with bullying. And I didn't really even learn how to make friends until I hit the 6th grade, when I made some of the best friends in my life. And I could make a sad sob story video about that, about learning disabilities and how hard life was and how it's so hard to be bullied and all of that stuff. I could do that. But when I choose to look at my life, I choose to look at the times that were good for me. I choose to say my life was good for these reasons. It's all in how you look at it. And I think the trend of making these videos, it's almost as if it's people competing to say, oh, well, can I make a sadder story than yours? Can I make people feel worse for me than you because I had XYZ happen? And I'm sorry if you've had those things happen. Like I said, I'm not trying to trivialize other people's issues because I understand life can deal some bad blows. I understand that. Life is not all fun. But I think that rather than looking at your life and trying to see the sad parts of it and talking about the sad parts of it and dwelling and thinking about the sad parts of life, the better thing to do is to look at your past and say, I got through it. I did it. And then look at the parts of your life that were good, that you really did well. I enjoyed reading the Babysitter's Club books when I was a kid. That gave me something great in my life. It gave me my love of children, which has led to this doll collecting thing. It has led to me babysitting, has led to my job and everything. And I think of that as a good thing in my life. It's a small thing, but it became something good. I had the love of a family that nothing could ever take away, and the older I grow to be, the more I realize how important it is, because having love in your life and people that care about you is the top number one thing. So if you have that in your life, despite your struggles, despite whatever bad things might have happened to you, you're not doing as bad as you think, because there are people that support you. And I'm not trying to make this a rambling video. I do have a point.